Craig Patrick with Fox Tampa Bay. Craig, thanks a lot for coming on today. How is Florida looking on Sunday night?
Oh, Tucker, it's a true toss-up, as it usually is. If you look at the polls, most of them, they are within the margin of error. We have not seen significant movement really since Labor Day. In terms of the data points, Biden has gained some ground among seniors and military families relative to Hillary Clinton from 4 years ago. But at the same time, President Trump has gained significant ground among Latino voters, specifically in Southeast Florida. There are a couple of reasons for that could be decisive for the president. Taken all together, that's a bit of a wash. But there are some other factors that I would say work slightly to the favor, to the advantage of President Trump. That would be, among other things, Democrats just not being competitive in local races across much of the state of Florida, rural areas, certainly much of the Florida panhandle. And with that, local races, as you know, tend to drive turnout at the top of the ticket as well. It's not just top down, it can be bottom up. Also, voting history in Florida clearly favors Republicans. They have dominated most, not all, but most of the statewide races in the state going back to Jeb in 1998. President Trump won by 1.2% in 2016. And since 2016, Republicans have made significant strides in voter registration. Democrats still outnumber Republicans in the state, but Republicans have closed that gap significantly. So taken all together, both parties will tell you that they're holding a stronger hand. At this point, it may be a very slight advantage for President Trump, but the number to watch is 94,000. As of 11 o'clock this morning, 94,000 more Democrats have voted than Republicans in this state. Let's see what it is tomorrow morning. If Democrats run that number up, say another 40 or 50,000 with significant turnout and souls to the polls events, the momentum and the fundamentals may shift. At this point, though, looking at the turnout models, Republicans slowly, day by day, chipping away at the Democratic margins. I think that President Trump sees a lot to be hopeful about.
What's interesting, Craig, about what you just said at the outset, I mean, one of the things we look for in these elections is a snapshot of how the coalition changes. You said the incumbent president is down some among military families compared to 4 years ago, but up some among Hispanic voters. That's not what really anyone would have expected.
And significantly
among
Hispanic voters.
Huh.
There are a couple of reasons for that. One of them is get out the vote efforts, particularly in Miami-Dade County in Southeast Florida. Republicans have been far more aggressive, going door to door, making the contacts needed to actually land votes. Another part of this would be Cuban Americans who tend to vote Republican anyway, but overwhelmingly so in favor of President Trump this year. There are a couple of reasons for that, one of them being very aggressive advertising from the Trump campaign, and also keep in mind it was Obama and Biden that thawed relations with Cuba. Many Cuban Americans, particularly in South Florida, revile the Castro regime. I think they remember that, and that's playing into this as well.
I think you're exactly right. Craig, thanks so much for joining us. Appreciate it.